It's Varsity Quiz, where Southern Nevada high school teams are competing for academic honors. The Clark County School District, in cooperation with the Kiwanis Club of Las Vegas and Vegas PBS, are proud to present Varsity Quiz in its 45th season, featuring academic competition among Southern Nevada's finest scholars. Now, here's your host, Nathan Tannenbaum.
Hi, welcome. It is the 45th season of Varsity Quiz, the best and the brightest of Clark County's high school students, matching wits for the title Varsity Quiz Champion. Tonight, it's the first of 4 quarterfinal matches. We have Arborview taking on Clark. Now, during the regular season, 39 high school teams competed in 6 divisions. The first, second, and third place teams from each division then competed kind of like a mini tournament. This was in December to determine who made it to the Grade 8. With just 1 loss this season, Arborview finished second place in the North Division to make it here today. Well, the Aggies actually defeated the Meadow School. Yeah, how about that? All right, second place team from the West Division in the December tournament, the defending champions Clark, finished in first place with a perfect season in the East Division. The Chargers beat second place Del Sol from the East Division in the December tournament. Now, the winner of tonight's game, they're going to go on to compete in the semifinals and maybe the championship match. We expect an exciting game tonight. Before we go much further, though, let's go ahead and meet our players. Our starting players for Arborview. We have Mina Kuta, an 11th grader. Hi, Mina.
Hello.
Let's see, it says you like writing and painting?
Yes, I do.
Good for you and good luck here today.
Thank you.
We also have Joseph Davis, a senior. Hi, Joseph.
Hello.
You like writing and drawing and playing the keyboard, too?
Correct.
You're a busy guy. Congratulations on making it this far and good luck. Here's Richard Olin. He is the captain. Hi, Richard.
Hello.
And it says you like running and reading.
Yeah.
Not both at the same time, though. Yeah. All right. We also have Mark Abu Asali. He's a senior. Hi, Mark.
How are you?
I'm mostly sunny. How are you?
Pretty good.
It says you're the captain of the school swim team.
Yes, sir.
Have you guys started competition for the year?
No, not yet.
Okay. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
And good luck to your team. All right, let's meet Clark High School. Let's see. Here we have Sean DeKaiko. Hi, Sean.
Hello.
An 11th grader, science bowl champion from back in the 8th grade. Seems so long ago, right, my friend?
Hopefully not.
Okay. Here's Joshua Pelagi. He's in the senior. Hi, Joshua.
Hello.
Nice to see you again. Lovely bow tie, by the way.
Thank you.
And you're a National Merit semifinalist. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Let's meet Cameron Both, an 11th grader. Hi, Cameron.
Hello.
Captain of the team. Would you tell me what Mu Alpha Theta is?
It's a math tutoring club Clark runs.
Excellent. Good for you, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Here's Theodore Kern, a senior. Hi, Ted.
Hi, Nate. How are you?
I'm mostly sunny. What is a prostheticist? It says that's what you want to be when you grow up.
Somebody who makes prosthetics, robotics, that whole like.
Excellent. Well, good luck to you. Those are our teams, but before we get started, we want to talk for a second about our Varsity Quiz coaches. They're really the backbone of the program, working with our students week after week. And boy, do they put in a lot of time and effort outside of where we are here today to make Varsity Quiz a success. Our coaches for tonight, from Arborview, Julie Meservey. For Clark, Beth Isaacs.
Our volunteer judges tonight are from the Kiwanis Club of Las Vegas. The Kiwanis Club of Las Vegas provides our judges and timekeepers at each and every match of our season. They also provide Varsity Quiz with scholarship money, including a Harvey Dondero Award given to one outstanding student. We appreciate the Kiwanis Club's dedication to Varsity Quiz and salute all of their fine work in the community. Our Varsity Quiz match consists of 3 rounds. Each question is worth 5 points. The first round has 25 toss-up questions. The second round is the bonus round, and it is timed. The team correctly answering a toss-up question will have the opportunity to answer a 2-part bonus question worth 10 points. The final round is the lightning round, and it is also timed.
And just a reminder to our teams, we want you to speak clearly so the judges here in our studio can hear you and they want to understand your answers. Let's go ahead and get started now with our first question. In a study released by the Lung Association in 2013, in what country did the air pollution problem contribute to, and that is Clark Cameron?
China.
Yes. Which Yiddish word derived from the Hebrew for proper specifies that something is sanctioned by ritual? And that is Clark, Sean.
Kosher.
Yes. This period in English theater gets its name from the return of Charles II to the English throne after years of Puritan rule. Clark, Cameron.
Restoration.
Judge? Yes. This is a math question. How much larger is the fifth term of a geometric sequence that has 2 and 6 as its first two terms than the fifth term of an arithmetic sequence that has 2 and 6 as its first two terms? Repeating, how much larger is the fifth term of a geometric sequence that has 2 and 6 as its first two terms than the fifth term of an arithmetic sequence that has 2 and 6 as its first two terms? Oh, a lot of pencils going, but it was 144. Which country marked in 1999 the 50th year of the reign of its Prince Rainier with a series of events, including a performance by the Philharmonic Orchestra of Monte Carlo? And that's our review, Richard.
Monaco?
Yes. The harpsichord was one of the two principal keyboard instruments of the Baroque period, circa 1600 to 1750. Name the other. Clark, Sean?
The piano.
No. And we're looking for organ. Which name identifies all of the following? A friction match, the planet Venus as the morning star, the stepmother's mean cat in Disney's Cinderella, and the rebellious archangel who fell from heaven. That's Clark. Ted?
Lucifer?
Yes. Name the player commemorated in 1999 by a granite and bronze monument unveiled in Yankee Stadium, the fifth ever dedicated there in the team's history. The monuments were moved to the new stadium in 2009. Clark, Cameron?
Babe Ruth.
No. Our review, Richard?
DiMaggio?
Yes. What term designates both cylindrical growths in the mucous membrane of a body organ, such as the nose, and the hardened skeletons of dead water animals that make up the coral that forms the Great Barrier Reef? Clark, Cameron?
Detritus.
No. Our review, Mark?
Sinus?
No, polyps. Identify the dictator of the French Revolution known as the Incorruptible, who sent thousands of his adversaries to the... Clark, Cameron?
Robespierre.
Yes. For 2 straight weeks in December 2013, a self-titled record released on iTunes with no advance publicity was the biggest selling album in the U.S. Which singer released this album? Clark, Joshua?
Beyonce.
Yes, sir. You know your music. Name the sport of the first female player of this sport, Samantha Sam Gordon, to be featured on a Wheaties cereal box in 2012. Clark, Sean?
Softball.
No. Our review, Richard?
NASCAR?
No, we were looking for football. Now a math question. If the altitude of a triangle is twice the base and the area of the triangle is 169 square inches, what is its altitude? Repeating, if the altitude of a triangle is twice the base, and we'll go with Clark, Sean?
26.
Judge? Are we good? Is that correct? Yeah. Okay. Name the fictional British character honored by a statue in 1999 near 221B Baker Street, London, and that is our review, Richard.
Sherlock Holmes?
Yes, sir. In a study released in May 2013, scientists who compared DNA samples from people in different parts of Europe found that most had common ancestors living just, and that is our review, Richard.
Neanderthals?
No, just 1,000 years ago. What does DNA stand for? Clark, Ted?
Deoxyribonucleic acid.
Yes. Identify the Czech composer whose 1895 cello concerto in B minor was the last of his scores composed during a 3-year stay in the U.S. Dvorak. Identify Patricia McLaughlin's novel upon which Hallmark Entertainment has based 3 episodes featuring Glenn Close as Sarah Whiting in a story set in a... And that is Clark, Cameron?
Sarah Plain and Tall.
Yes. The Endangered Species Act signed by which U.S. president turned 40 years old on December 28, 2013? Clark, Joshua?
Gerald Ford.
No. That's our review. Richard?
Nixon?
Yes. Pope John Paul II waived the mandatory wait of 5 years after the death to begin the process of sainthood, for which 1979 Nobel Peace Prize winner, Clark, Ted.
Mother Teresa.
Yes. Some substances in the environment contribute to unfavorable gene mutations. What are such substances? Clark, Cameron?
Mutagens.
Yes. Cicada emerged from underground in May and June 2013 when the soil temperature reached a balmy 64 degrees after hiding in the earth for 17 years. Well, if they emerge every 17 years, in what year will they next make an appearance? Clark, Cameron?
2030.
Yes. Which word meaning deviating from the norm or out of the ordinary also means not having the same center or not exactly circular in shape? Clark, Cameron?
Eccentric.
Judge? Yes. In 1993, who became the first black American to win the Nobel Prize in Literature and the second American woman so honored? She wrote Song of Solomon, Jazz, and Beloved. Clark, Cameron?
Morrison.
Yes. Virgil wrote the Aeneid between 30 and 19 BC to honor which Roman emperor who was believed to be a descendant of Aeneas? And that's our review, Mark.
Caesar Augustus.
Judge? Yes. For which U.S. President did Secretary of State Knox implement the policy known as dollar diplomacy from 1909 to 1913? Our review, Richard?
Taft.
Yes. And that is the end of our first round. At the end of our first round, the score is Arborview 30, Clark with 70. But anything can happen. We do have a couple of subs. So let's meet from Arborview, Sarah Olin. Hi, Sarah. An 11th grader. Good luck to you. And for Clark, we have an 11th grader. It's Dipal Patel. Hi, Dipal.
Hi, Nate.
Here we go. Old Possum's Book of Practical Cats is a collection of whimsical poems by which author? Clark, Joshua?
T.S. Eliot.
Yes, bonus questions now for Clark. Answer the following associated with cats. First, what is the genus for the domestic cat? Second, name the playwright who wrote Cat on a Hot Tin Roof.
Cat on a Haunted Roof. Renaissance styles. Yeah, Gershwin, I guess.
For the first one, Felis, and for the second one, Gershwin.
Judge, can we take either one? We're saying both are incorrect. We're looking for Felis catus or Felis sylvestris catus and Tennessee Williams. Next question. Name the South American country whose longest river is the Orinoco, which drains most of the country. Clark, Cameron?
Venezuela.
Yes, bonus questions for Clark. Identify the South American countries in which the following cities are located. First, the city of Rosario on the Paraná River. Second, the city of Recife.
I got it.
I think it's Brazil.
Okay. Second one, anyone?
Say Uruguay.
Okay, why not?
For the first one, Brazil. For the second one, Uruguay.
Both are incorrect. First was Argentina, second Brazil. Next question, name the two states in which George Bush's sons, Jeb and George W., respectively, won election as governor. Clark, Cameron?
Texas and Florida.
Judge? Incorrect. That'd be Arborview, Richard.
Florida and Texas.
Yes. Bonus questions for Arborview. Identify each of the following concerning the Bush family. First, name the number of the Bush family who have held the post of Supreme Court Justice. Second, name the state where George H. and George W. call home.
The first one, I think it's like 3.
How many justices were Bushes? The second one,
3 in Texas.
Captain?
3 in Texas.
The first is incorrect. It was 1. Texas is correct. Now a math question for both teams. What is the smallest positive angle x in degrees that is a solution to 2 cosine 2x equals 1? I'll repeat. What's the smallest positive angle x in degrees that is a solution to 2 cosine 2x? And that's Clark, DePaul.
Pi over 6.
Incorrect. And that's Arborview, Joseph.
30 degrees.
Yes, bonus question for Arborview. Identify each of the following math questions. First, give I cubed when simplified. Second, give the integer that is a cube root of -1. I'll repeat. Give I cubed when simplified. Give the integer that is a cube root of -1.
I, the second one is -1.
Right. Okay. -I and -1.
Yes. Now a question for both teams. Which term beginning with the letter V designates successively altered repetitions of a simple tune or theme in a musical piece, a basic technique of composition for many centuries? Clark, DePaul?
Vibrato.
No. Arborview, Richard?
Vibration.
No, we were looking for variations. Next question. According to a medical journal report, from which syndrome did 1,470 children die needlessly because of a nearly 5-year U.S. government delay in requiring warning labels on aspirin bottles? Clark, DePaul?
Ray syndrome.
Yes. Bonus questions now for Clark. Identify each of the following concerning warnings. First, name the historic district in Boston named for a type of light used to warn of approaching British ships. Second, name the sister of the mythological Paris, who warned that Paris would bring ruin to Troy.
I think it's like Church Tower or something like that. It's part of his ride.
You sure?
Yeah. both of them.
And second one, Sister of Paris. Cassandra, yeah.
Okay. For the first one, Church Tower, and for the second one, Cassandra.
Cassandra is correct. The first one's Beacon Hill. Now we have a new question for both teams. Name the West Virginia and Kentucky families who from the 1860s, and that is Clark, Joshua.
The Hatfields and McCoys?
Yes, bonus questions for Clark. Identify each of the following concerning families. First, name the murderer and his family about whom Vincent Bugliosi and Kurt Gentry wrote Helter Skelter. Second, name the Greek tragedian who based 3 of his 7 extant plays on Oedipus and his family.
For the first one, Manson. For the second one, Sophocles.
Both are correct. New question for both teams. Which document signed in Belgium in 1854? And that'll be our review, Richard.
Treaty of Ghent.
No. Declaring that Cuba naturally belonged to the American Republic. It was prepared by the American ministers to Britain, France, and Spain. Did he get in? Okay, Clark Cameron.
Treaty of Brussels.
No, the Ostend Manifesto. In December 2013, the Federal Aviation Administration named Nevada one of a half-dozen authorized test sites for the commercial development of what? And that's Arborview.
Atomic
Sarah?
bombs.
No. And that's Clark, Joshua?
Drones?
Yes, bonus questions for Clark. Answer the following associated with Nevada. First, name the Nevada senator who served from January 2001 until he resigned amid an investigation of an ethics violation in May 2011. Second, name the chairman and chief executive officer of the Las Vegas Sands Corporation and owner of the Venetian Hotel and Casino. Forbes magazine places him as the 5th richest American.
Is it Win? I don't know. Win is Win.
The win is the win.
For the first one, John Ensign. For the second one, Sheldon Adelson.
Yes. Are we out of time? We are out of time. So at the end of our second round, the score is Arborview with 55, Clark with 125. Anything can happen in our third round, the speed round. Before we get there, we wanted to welcome back to Arborview Mina. Hi, Mina. And welcoming back to Clark, we have Sean DeKaiko and a new player, Scott Eierman, a senior. Hi, Scott.
Hi.
Good luck, and let's get this party started. Which U.S. president said in Berlin, Ich bin ein Berliner? And that's Arborview, Richard.
Kennedy.
Yes. What is the name of any parallelogram whose diagonals are perpendicular? Clark, Cameron.
Square.
No. Arborview, Joseph.
Rhombus.
Yes. Through which Central American country did gold from Peru reach the Atlantic in colonial times? And that's Clark, Cameron.
Colombia.
No. Arborview, Mark.
Costa Rica.
No. Panama. In which state did the flooding Gila River damage farmland 90 miles east? And that is Arborview, Richard.
Arizona.
Yes. Name the first representative legislative body to meet in America. And that is Clark, Sean.
The House of Burgesses.
Yes. Name the Austrian founder of psychoanalysis who... Clark, Cameron.
Sigmund Freud.
Yes. With the opening of which canal in 1825 did Albany, New York become... And that's Clark, Cameron.
Erie Canal.
Yes. Find the measure of the angle that is 80 degrees larger than its supplement. In the third round, we don't repeat math. Clark, Sean.
85.
No. And that's Arborview, Joseph.
130.
One more time?
130.
I didn't hear you.
130.
Yes. Name the young Jewish girl whom the late and that is Clark, Cameron.
Anne Frank.
Yes. Name the European sea whose principal arms are the Gulfs of Bothnia, Finland, and Riga. And that is Arborview, Richard.
North Sea.
No. Clark, Cameron.
Baltic Sea.
Yes. Give the meaning of the Latin word cancer, which is used to name a... And that is Arborview. Joseph.
Crab.
Yes. Which musical instrument derives its name from a shortened form of the Italian for soft and loud? Clark. Sean.
Piano.
Yes. Identify the title of George Lucas's Star Wars prequel, Episode 1, and that is Arborview. Mark.
The Phantom Menace.
Yes. What is the medical term for pain in the kidneys? And that's Arborview. Richard.
Renal.
No. Clark. Cameron.
Rhinitis.
No. Nephralgia. Math question. How much less sales tax would Janet pay for a regularly priced $60 item if she purchased it at a 50% off sale in a state with a 6% sales tax rate? Clark. Cameron.
$1.80.
Yes. Which word that identifies smoked sausages comes from the name of a town in Germany on the Main River? Clark. DePaul.
Bratwurst.
No. Arborview. Mark.
Frankfurter.
Yes. Which casket does Bassanio choose in The Merchant of Venice, enabling him to win the hand of Clark. Cameron.
The lead casket.
Yes. Identify ancient Rome's leading historian, author of the History of Rome. Livy? What name is given to the time it takes for a comet to orbit the sun? Clark. Sean.
It's period.
Yes. What term describes a single-chambered legislature such as that of Nebraska? Clark. DePaul.
Unicameral.
Yes. Math question. What is the sum of the solutions of the equation x squared minus x minus 3 equals 0? Clark. DePaul.
-2.
No. Arborview. Mark.
1.
Yes. In which year, at the 11th hour on the 11th day of the 11th month, did World War I hostilities cease? Clark. Cameron.
1918.
Yes. Name the legendary Formula One race car driver who suffered a severe head injury while skiing in the French Alps, December 2013. Clark. Scott.
Schumacher.
Yes. Which Mark Twain work features Henry VIII's son, Edward, the Prince? And that's Clark. Cameron.
The Prince and the Pauper.
It is, yes. Identify the element whose Latin name hydrogyrum, and that's Clark. DePaul.
Mercury.
Yes. Which U.S. speed skater won gold medals in 3 consecutive Olympics, including, that's Arborview. Mark?
Apollo Ono.
No, including Lillehammer. Bonnie Blair. Identify the German whose reputation as a composer was not firmly established until his Passion According to St. Matthew was revived in 1829. Clark. DePaul.
Haydn.
No. Arborview. Mark.
Beethoven.
No, we're looking for Bach. Which term is used in biology for the process through which the larvae of amphibians change into adults? Clark. DePaul.
Metamorphosis.
Yes. Which state is the site of Springer Mountain, the southernmost mountain? And that is Arborview. Richard.
Georgia.
Yes. We're out of time. Let's find out who won. And our final score, Arborview 100, Clark 200. Congratulations to Clark. And thank you to both teams. An excellent match. Again, congrats to Clark for the win, and we invite you to join us next Monday, January the 27th at 7:30. Coronado's taking on Centennial. We hope you'll tune in for another exciting night of Varsity Quiz right here on Vegas PBS. Good night.